At the visiting Brownsville Veterans Memorial's Chargers come to take on the Sharyland Pioneer Diamondbacks in the South Texas Showdown tournament. It's the first game of 3 for today. That's going to be ball 2. Pitching for the Diamondbacks today will be Abel Ansaldua. And right now at bat for the Chargers is number 3, Brandon Bentoncourt. So Ansaldua gets his first strike, 2-1 count for Bentoncourt. And strike number 2 comes next, 2-2 count now on a windy day today, on a Thursday morning. And Bentoncourt's going to hit that straight to the third baseman as he strikes that to the first base, and that's going to be out number 1 for the Chargers. Up next to bat is going to be number 10, Carlos Garza. Heading to the plate on deck will be Gilberto Maldonado. Garza's going to hit that off. Going to be a foul ball, so strike number 1. 0-1 count now. And once again, hitting that straight to the third baseman and high, as Garza is going to be able to stay there at first. So now a runner on first base for the Chargers, as they get a nice little positive start there. So up next to bat is going to be Gilberto Maldonado, and on deck is going to be Rafael Capistran. Runner on first, clean count for Maldonado, as he's now heads to the plate to bat next for the Chargers. Maldonado hitting that straight, splitting left field and center field, and the center fielder is gonna miss that one as Maldonado rounds first, heads to second, and the Chargers are gonna score their first run. And a nice play right there, an RBI from Maldonado. So now a runner on second for the Chargers, and a courtesy runner is gonna step in. That's gonna be number 21, Rene Zayas, stepping in. It's gonna be at second plate now. So the Chargers up early in the first inning, 1-0 over the Diamondbacks. And a runner on second for Rafael Capistran. On deck will be Marlon Rodriguez for the Chargers. Capistran hitting that straight to center field. That's going to be out number 1. Runner's just going to stay at second, so 2 outs now for the Chargers on a windy day. Still a runner on second, and now it's going to be Marlon Rodriguez heading to the plate to be batting next for the Chargers. On deck will be Sebastian Sanchez if Rodriguez is able to escape Ansalduas. So 2 outs, and the first pitch is going to be a ball. So ball 1, 1-0 count for Rodriguez. trying to steal third, and that's going to be out number 3. We're going to be heading to the bottom of the second right after this commercial break. I'm Brandon Guzman with Real Sports Live.
Vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Sharyland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sharyland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
It down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
And we're back here, bottom of the first at Pioneer High School. Batting first for the Diamondbacks will be number 2, Juan Rivera. Pitching for the Chargers is going to be number 12, Javier Hinojosa for Brownsville Veterans. First pitch is a bit high for Rivera. That's going to be ball number 1. Rivera going to be foul, ball number 1, so 1-1 count here. On deck for the Diamondbacks is going to be number 6, David Benitez. A swing and a miss for Rivera. It's going to be strike number 2. So now a 1-2 count. Hinojosa has the upper hand. It's going to be way off of the mark. So 2-2 count now for Rivera, still at the plate. ball number 3. So now you can say it's all tied up. A 3-2 count now for Rivera. And Hinojosa is going to walk Rivera to first base. Now heading to the plate is going to be number 6, David Benitez. David Benitez now at the plate for the Diamondbacks with a runner on first. And 0 outs. One count for Benitez at the plate. Hinojosa trying to throw out the runner at first, unsuccessful. As he tries to focus his attention back over here at Benitez, who's stuck in a 1-1 count. Trying to steal second, and he's going to be out. That's going to be the first out for the Diamondbacks. As Benitez still at the plate now with ones across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. And no runners on a base. As he has Hinojosa's full attention now. It's going to be a 2-1 count. And a swing and a miss. That's going to be strike number 2. So now a 2-2 count here for Benitez. And he's going to hit that out straight to the right fieldman. We'll see if we could get that. And that's going to be out number 2. So Benitez heading back to the dugout as Oscar Serna heads to the plate. Clean slate, but 2 outs for Oscar Serna to work with. That's going to fall low into the dirt for ball 1. So a 1-0 count. And a swing and a miss, hoping to send that one out of the park. So strike 1. Serna wanting to refocus, take a quick break, as he's now stepping to the plate once again with a 1-1 count. And that's going to fall low. It's going to be strike number 2. Ball 2, 2-2 count for Serna. 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and no runners on any bases. That's going to be too high. We'll see who gets the better end of the stick right here between Hinojosa and Serna, as we're in a 3-2 count. Can go either way for these two players. And it's going to be Serna who gets the better end, as he gets walked to first base. Now at the plate for the Diamondbacks is going to be Angel Laranaga. With a runner on first and 2 outs. And that first pitch is going to be a ball. So ball 1. 1-0 count. Catcher's going to have to stand up for that one. It's a bit too high. So 2-0 count now for Laranaga. Laranaga's going to hit that straight to the pitcher. Is going to not be able to field it. So now a runner on first and a runner on second for the Diamondbacks. So now stepping to the plate for the Diamondbacks is going to be number 7, David Lopez. Still 2 outs and a runner on first and second for Sharyland Pioneer. That's going to be ball 1. So 1-0 count early for Lopez. Catcher standing up for that one. Ball number 2. 2-0 count. That's going to be ball 3. So a 3-0 count. Lopez with the advantage over Hinojosa. And that's going to be ball 4, and he's going to walk Lopez to first. So that's going to load the bases for number 99, Fernie Morales. Stepping to the plate is actually going to be number 34, Santiago Ortiz. And the base is going to be loaded straight for him. Still 2 outs and a clean count for Ortiz. First ball is going to be a little bit too high even for the catcher, so a 1-0 count starting off for Ortiz. And he's going to hit that one off. Going to be fouled to the left. So strike number 1. Falling low into the dirt for ball number 2, a 2-1 count now for Ortiz. And Ortiz is going to throw that up into the air, and that's going to be foul ball number 2, so strike number 2. 2-2 count for Ortiz, with the bases loaded. Ortiz is going to ask for a quicker little break to regroup and refocus against Hinojosa. This could be it for the inning here at the bottom of the first. And Ortiz is going to foul that off, so foul ball number 3 doesn't mean anything as he steps back to the plate. Foul ball. Ortiz wanting to go deep, wanting to go yard here. We'll see if he can do it. Steps to the plate once again, still in a 2-2 count. That's going to be a foul ball. So he's going to come back to the plate once again. Ortiz just waiting for the perfect ball and the perfect opportunity. That's going to be strike number 3 with a swing and a miss. And we're going to be heading to the top of the second right after this commercial break. I'm Brandon Guzman with Real Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Here at Arkham Comics, we specialize in vintage comics, figurines, collectible cards, posters, DC, Marvel, Image, Top Cow, Dark Horse, and anything that really caters to comics.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Now back here, top of the second. Now batting for the Chargers. It's going to be number one, I believe, Marlon Rodriguez. Still pitching for the Diamondbacks is number 29, Abel Ansaldúa. That's going to be ball number 2 right there for Rodriguez. Strike 1. So a 2-1 count now for Rodriguez. That's going to be strike number 2, so a 2-2 count. We'll see if Rodriguez can get one off before he has to head back to the dugout. On deck for the Chargers is going to be number 2, Sebastian Sanchez. And he's going to hit that straight to the second baseman. And he's going to be out and headed back to the dugout, so no runners on for Sanchez as he heads to the plate now. On deck for Sanchez is going to be number 12, Javier Hinojosa, pitching for the pitcher for the Chargers. Up next. So a 1-1 count. For Sanchez. Ball number 2. Swing and a miss, call that strike 2 as well. So 2-2 count here for Sebastian Sanchez. We'll see if we can get it off. before he has to head back to the dugout along with his teammates. And he will foul that one. So he's going to have another chance back at the plate once again. Fouling it once again behind the press box. Still 2-2 count. And that's going to be strike 3 after a swing and a miss. So out number 2 for the Chargers as Javier Hinojosa steps to the plate. And on deck, if Hinojosa is able to survive on Saldua, is going to be number 5, René Sanchez. As Hinojosa is going to be stuck right there in a 1-1 count. Strike 2 after a swing and a miss. So one more strike, and we're going to be heading to the bottom of the second. We'll see if Ansalduas can capitalize here on this next pitch. And that's going to be strike 3, and he's going to be out of here as we head to the bottom of the second here with Real Sports Live. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen. Visit RGV Hometown Pharmacy and Natalie's Gifts and more. We are dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and patient care. See us today to experience the RGV Hometown Pharmacy difference. Let our family take care of yours. Call 956-496-2093.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time.
We're back here, bottom of the second. Brownsville veterans leading the Pioneer Diamondbacks 1-0 as they have their second chance at bat. At the plate is going to be Joshua Benitez. For the Diamondbacks, that first pitch is going to be a ball. So 1-0 count early for Benitez. And that's going to be foul ball number 1 and strike number 1. So 1-1 count. A swing and a miss. Strike number 2. So now 1-2 count for Benitez. Still at the plate for the Diamondbacks. He's going to hit that one bounce and straight to the pitcher's mitt. That's going to be out number 1 for the Diamondbacks. Now at the plate is Stevie Quintanilla for Pioneer. 1-0 count. And that's going to be strike number 1. That pitch fit right and perfectly into the catcher's glove. Is gonna foul that one off, so strike number 2 and a 1-2 count for Quintanilla. And he's gonna hit that straight to right field, and he's gonna miss it as Quintanilla rounds first. Heads to second and rounds second, now headed to third. And that's where Stevie Quintanilla is gonna claim his territory. Now at the plate for the Diamondbacks is Abel Ansaldúa with only 1 out and a runner on third. And the catcher standing up for that one. That's going to be ball number 1. Falling into the dirt, that next pitch, ball number 2, 2-0 count for Ansaldúa. And high pitch once again, so now Ansaldúa in a 3-0 count. Looking for the opportunity to get a walk to first base. And that's going to be strike number 1, so a 3-1 count now. Hinojosa able to fire one straight to the catcher's glove. Puts Ansaldúa in a 3-1 count. Saldua able to hit that straight to the third baseman, and that's going to be an RBI. And he's going to be at first base. So a courtesy runner for Abel Saldua is going to be number 10, Ryan Garza, who's now at the first base. As the lineup resets for Pioneer, Juan Rivera heads to the plate once again to face off against Hinojosa for the second time. Has a runner on first and just one out. As that ball was coming straight towards us. It's going to be strike number 1, 0-1 count early for Rivera. Garza tries to steal second. Umpire's going to call him safe. So now a runner on second. And a nice steal right there by Ryan Garza. Juan Rivera still at the plate with a 1-1 count now. And a runner on second. One count for Rivera, Juan Rivera, and a runner on second. It's going to be low into the dirt as Garza heads to third, and he's going to steal third. So Garza heading to third base. So now a runner on third, and Juan Rivera still at the plate with a 2-0 count now. And still one out to work with. Rivera hitting that straight to left field, and that's going to be caught in out number 2. Still a runner on third, now heading to the plate is going to be number 6, David Benitez for the Diamondbacks. So now the Diamondbacks with 2 outs and a tie game here at the bottom of the second and a runner on third. We'll see if Benitez is able to bring in that runner who's stuck at third base before we head to the top of the third. That first pitch is going to be a swing and a miss, so strike number 1, and early an 0-1 count for Benitez. right. So ball number one, a 1-1 count now for Benitez at the plate for the Diamondbacks. 2 outs working with and a runner on third. Ball number 2. That's going to be ball number 3 now. So a 3-1 count. Benitez with a nice advantage over Hinojosa. And that's going to be ball number 4, low into the dirt. And Benitez will be heading to first base. And now headed to the plate is going to be number 8, Oscar Serna for the Diamondbacks. Oscar Serna now at the plate for the Diamondbacks with a runner on first and a runner on third. A first pitch is going to be a swing and a miss for Serna, working with 2 outs here. One more out by the Chargers, and it's going to be sending us to the top of the third. Serna wanting to take a little breather to regroup. Shortstop's gonna miss it. It's gonna score 1, and it's gonna have him advance to first, and David Benitez advance to second. Angel Laranaga now headed to the plate for the Diamondbacks with 2 outs and a runner on first and third, as that last hit was an RBI for Oscar Serna. So ball number 1 after that first pitch. Laranaga is going to hit that straight to the third left fieldman and score 1. So another runner on first and second, and scoring that one's going to be David Benitez. So now the Diamondbacks are up 3-1. So now the Diamondbacks up on the Chargers now 3-1 with 2 outs. A runner on first and second. And David Lopez at the plate with a clean count. As that one's going to fall low into the dirt for ball number 1. Ball number 2 is going to be underway right after that one. So 2-0 count early for Lopez. That's going to be strike number 1, so a 2-1 count now. Runner on first and second and 2 outs for David Lopez. And that's going to be strike number 2. So if Hinojosa is consistent, he can seal the deal on this next pitch and take us to the top of the third. And he's going to hit that one straight, splitting the shortstop and the third baseman, and he's going to score 1. And once again, a runner on first and a runner on second. Scoring right there is going to be Oscar Serna for the Diamondbacks. So now an RBI for Lopez, Laranga, and Serna, and Benitez, I believe. Now at the plate is going to be number 34, Santiago Ortiz, with a clean count. As that first pitch was ball number 1. Ortiz working with 2 outs. A runner on first and second. And he's going to hit that one up high into the sky. And that's going to be out number 3. So we'll be back with the top of the third. Just any minute now. I'm Brandon Guzman with The Real Sports Live.
Antiques and collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sharyland ISD.
And we are back. Top of the third now. Batting for the Chargers is going to be number 6, Mario Rodriguez. First pitch is going to be a ball, clean slate. Swing and a miss, strike one, 1-1 count now for Sanchez. And strike number 2, as he was too hesitant there on that last pitch. So 1-2 count, and that's going to be ball number 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes for Sanchez, excuse me, at the plate for the Chargers. Hitting that off straight to the third baseman. He's going to miss it. As it rolls back to the left field man. And Sanchez is going to reside at first base. So now batting next for the Chargers is going to be number 4, Marlon Montelongo. With the runner on first. And a foul ball, so strike 1. So 0-1 count early for Montelongo. As that falls in the dirt. Ball 1-1 count now. Low in the dirt once again. 2 balls, 1 strike for Montelongo and a runner on first. He's going to get that off. He's going to go straight to the shortstop's legs. And he's going to advance a runner from first to second and put himself at first base. So no outs still for the Chargers. And now up next to bat is going to be number 3, Brandon Bentoncourt, as the lineup resets for the Chargers. With a runner on first and second, no outs, and a clean slate. Chargers trying to come back in this one as they're down 4-1 to the Diamondbacks. So a 1-1 count for Bentoncourt. As the Diamondbacks are still looking for their first out of the inning. High pitch, so it's going to be a 2-2 count now for Bentoncourt, as Ansaldúa is hoping to get the first out of the inning here on this next pitch. not. So now a 3-2 count. We'll see who can get the better end of the stick. That's gonna be ball 4. So Benacore is gonna be walking. That's gonna be strike 3. So the umpire calls. So Benacore going back to the dugout for 1 out. And now up next to bat is gonna be Carlos Garza, number 10, for the Chargers. Still a runner on first and second. As Garza's gonna get that one off. And the bases are gonna be loaded for the Chargers as Gilberto Maldonado hits to the plate. Still 1 out on the board. As Maldonado's going to hit that straight to the right field, but not able to field it. He's going to miss one as one runner comes in, a second one right after. So a 2 RBI right there for Maldonado. So now the score is 4-3. As the Chargers now have a runner on second and third. And now Rafael Capistran is going to be headed to the plate. Still 1 out on the board. A runner on second and third. And a clean slate for Capistran. That's going to fall into the dirt. Ball number 1. On deck is going to be number 1, Marlon Rodriguez for the Chargers. As a runner comes in after a mistake, and he's going to be safe at third base, almost getting him out. So another score for the Chargers. Now it's 4-4. Tie ball game. And only a runner on third for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Capistran still at the plate with a 2-0 count and 1 out. Strike number 1. 2-1 count for Capistran. And he's going to hit that high into the air. That's going to be out number 2. So now headed to the plate is going to be Marlon Rodriguez. And on deck is going to be number 2, Sebastian Sanchez for the Chargers. A runner still on third base. And a tie ball game, 4-4. First pitch just a bit high, ball 1. pitch just a bit high. 2-0 count. Excuse me, 2-1 count. As that last one was a foul ball. So strike one there. And he's gonna hit that off, splitting center and left. But a diving catch, beautiful, is gonna be out number 3, and that's gonna take us to the bottom of the 3rd, as the Diamondbacks will be at bat next. Right after this commercial break, I'm Brandon Guzman with Real Sports Live.
Focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sharyland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you.
So we're back here. We're at the bottom of the 3rd. Now batting for the Diamondbacks is number 4, Joshua Benitez. On the bottom of the 3rd. The first pitch is going to be just a tad bit high. Ball number 1. To a 2-0 count now for Benitez. As we get ball number 3 after that last pitch. So Benitez in a 3-0 count. Hopefully walk to first. But the umpire's going to give him strike number 1 right there. As he races the first, and he's going to get there with ease. So Benitez able to get to first, and now up next to bat, heading to the plate, is Oscar Serna for the Diamondbacks. That was actually going to be number 12, Stevie Quintanilla, heading to the plate with a runner on first. As you know, Hossa was looking to strike out the person at first base. Right there. Quintanilla in the bunting position once again, going to first. Umpire's going to call it safe. Hosa focusing most of his attention at the person at first base. As the first baseman's gonna miss that pitch right there, Reyna Hosa, and takes it a second. It's now a runner on second, advancing from first. Quintanilla hopeful to get his first pitch towards him. Still clean count. Be strike number one for Quintanilla. 0-1 count now. And on deck is going to be number 29, Abel Ansaldua. Quintanilla is going to call it off. So I was taking his time. Quintanilla trying to refocus. Hitting that straight to the second baseman, and that's going to be out number one. So a runner advancing to third, and Abel Ansaldua is heading to the plate now. Ansaldua at the plate with a runner on third and only one out to work with, as he's going to foul that first pitch off. So 0-1 count early. Number one, so a 1-1 count for Ansaldua and a runner on third. That's going to be strike number two. So Ansaldua in a 1-2 count. Hosa is hopeful to get his third strike here, as the lineup's going to reset and Juan Rivera will be heading to the plate right after Ansaldua has his turn. And another foul ball. hitting that, splitting the third baseman, and an RBI right there for Ansel Dua. Bringing in Joshua Benitez, number 4. And that's going to be score number 5 as Juan Rivera heads to the plate, and the lineup's going to reset for the Diamondbacks. So Diamondbacks leading the Chargers by just 1, 5-4 here, the bottom of the third, with 1 out. And Juan Rivera at the plate to bat as Ryan Garza takes off from first to second. So now a runner on second for the Diamondbacks. Rivera sending that straight to the left field man. Short, not going to be able to field it as Ryan Garza just stays there at third. And Rivera rounds first and heads to second. So a runner on second and third for the Diamondbacks. Still 1 out. And David Benitez heads to the plate. Benitez at the plate, first pitch, first ball. Ball number 1, 1-0 count for Benitez with a runner on second and third. That's going to be strike number 1. So now 1-1 count for David Benitez. Ball number 2. That's going to be up in the air and caught by the first baseman. That's going to be out number 2. So Benitez will be heading back to the dugout. And now stepping to the plate is number 8, Oscar Serna. First ball for Serna, 1-0 count. A runner on second and third. As he's going to hit that straight up in the air and caught for out number 3. So the Diamondbacks will be heading back to the dugout. And up next to bat will be the Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers, as we'll be back with the top of the 4th right after this commercial break. Pioneer leading the Chargers 5-4.
For Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Here at Arkham Comics, we specialize in vintage comics, figurines, collectible cards, posters, DC, Marvel, Image, Top Cow, Dark Horse, and anything that really caters to comics.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Now back here, top of the fourth. As that was number 2, Sebastian Sanchez, able to round to first base. So now runner on first for the Chargers. And now heading to the plate is going to be Javier Hinojosa, the Chargers pitcher. Falling into the dirt as Sanchez heads to second, and he's going to get there with ease. So stealing second base, Sebastian Sanchez. And that's going to be ball number 1 for Javier Hinojosa at the plate, batting for his Chargers. So a 2-1 count here for Hinojosa, having a slight upper hand advantage over Abel Ansaldúa, pitcher for the Pioneer Diamondbacks. A swing and a miss is going to be strike number 2. So now a 2-2 count as Hinojosa was frustrated with that one. Still 0 outs for the Chargers. We'll see if Ansaldúa changes that after this next pitch right here. And that's going to be ball 3. So now the battle between Hinojosa and Ansaldúa comes down to this next pitch. Hinojosa is going to hit that one off to left field, falling short, and rounding a runner from third to home plate is going to be Sebastian Sanchez. So Chargers with another score. And an RBI for Javier Hinojosa. Now batting is going to be number 6, Ernest Sanchez, for the Chargers. Still no outs and a runner on first. That's going to be ball number 1. Sanchez. On deck for the Chargers is going to be number 4, Marlon Montelongo. As Sanchez is going to hit that one to left field once again, and falling short. He's going to send a runner from first to second, and he's going to advance himself to first base. So a runner on first and second base for Marlon Montelongo, who's now at bat for the Chargers. A clean slate, still no outs yet by Pioneer. As Brandon Bentoncourt heads out of the dugout to warm up, and the lineup will reset as he is the next batter up for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. It's going to be strike number 1. So 0-1 count for Montelongo. Runner still at first and second. Pitch is going to be just a bit high, ball number 1. So now a 1-1 count for Marlon Montelongo. It's going to be ball number 2. That's going to be strike 3, and he is out of here. So Brandon Bentoncourt now coming to the plate to bat, as the Chargers just got their first out. Still a runner on first and second, and the lineup's going to reset for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. And falling into the dirt, they're going to call that ball number 1. First ball and first strike, 1-1 count for Bentoncourt. He's going to hit that one off to the shortstop. And the official's going to call that out number 2 right there at second base. So a runner on first and a runner on third for the Chargers, and 2 outs as Carlos Garza heads to the plate to bat next. Ball number 1, catcher losing his own grip of that baseball. Saldua trying to focus his attention to the runners on the bases. Just want to let him know that he's paying attention to them. Garza having to step back for that one before he gets drilled into the side of the hip. That's going to be ball number 2. So a 2-0 count. 2 outs, a runner on first and a runner on third for Carlos Garza. And off a bounce straight to the first baseman. That's going to be out number 3. So we're going to be heading to the bottom of the 4th right after this commercial break. Chargers able to tie it up in this inning, 5-5. We'll see what if the Diamondbacks can answer back. Stay tuned to find out. I'm Brandon Guzman with Real Sports Live.
Visit RGV Hometown Pharmacy and Natalie's Gifts and more. We are dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and patient care. See us today to experience the RGV Hometown Pharmacy difference. Let our family take care of yours. Call 956-496-2093.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Back here at the bottom of the 4th, and batting for the Pioneer Diamondbacks is going to be number 13, Angel Laranaga. And that's going to be strike number 1. 0-1 count early. Still pitching for the Chargers is going to be Javier Hinojosa, number 12. As that's going to be foul ball number 1 and strike number 2. So an 0-2 count early for Laranaga. And ball number 1 comes right after that pitch. So a 1-2 count for Laranaga. Hinojosa hoping to close it out soon and get the first out of the at-bat for the Pioneer Diamondbacks. And Laranaga is going to say no to that, as that's going to bounce off the second baseman's glove. And Laranaga is going to hit to first. Now stepping to the plate for the Diamondbacks is going to be number 7, David Lopez, with a runner on first, still no outs. And once again to the second baseman, missing it. Base hit for for Lopez. Now heading to the plate is Santiago Ortiz for the Pioneer Diamondbacks. So a runner on first and a runner on second. Still 0 outs. And Santiago Ortiz is at the plate. And that's going to be strike number 1 early for Ortiz with an 0-1 count. As that falls into the dirt, the runner's trying to get to third. And the official's gonna call him out. So that's gonna be out number 1 right there for the Diamondbacks. So still a runner on first and a 1 out. And that's gonna be strike number 2 as well. So 0-2 count for Ortiz. That's going to be ball number 1 coming right after that one. So 1-2. Off the mark just a bit. That's going to be ball number 2. So now a 2-2 count for Ortiz. A runner on first and 1 out. Ortiz splitting the shortstop and the third baseman, advancing his teammate to second. Now at the plate for the Diamondbacks is going to be number 4, Joshua Benitez, with a runner on first and a runner on second and 1 out to work with. And Benitez is going to hit that straight up into the sky. And that's going to fall into the glove of the second baseman, and that's going to be out number 2. So now heading to the base is going to be, the plate is going to be Stevie Quintanilla, number 12, for the Pioneer Diamondbacks. Stevie Quintanilla at the plate for his Diamondbacks, working with 2 outs, a runner on first and a runner on second. And that's going to fall into the dirt for ball number 1. Bit high even for the catcher standing up for that one. Ball number 2 for Quintanilla, 2-0 count. A runner on first and a runner on second. And 2 outs to work with. As the catcher is going to be heading to the mound to talk and exchange a couple words with his pitcher. Now subbing in for David Lopez at second base is going to be number 32, Caleb Fuentes.
Come on, Stevie.
Stevie Quintanilla now stepping up to the plate to face Javier Hinojosa. After a 2-0 count, he's going to hit that one straight to the center fieldman, and that's going to be out number 3. And that's also going to take us to the top of the 5th. Still a tie ball game here, heading to the top of the 5th. Sharyland Pioneer Diamondbacks 5, Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers 5. And we'll be right back with some baseball action after this commercial break.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sharyland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sharyland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Down.
So we're back here, top of the 5th. Now stepping to the plate for the Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers is going to be Hilberto Maldonado. Starting off with ball number 1. Strike 1, so 1-1 count from Maldonado. Top of the 5th. And falling into the dirt, it's going to make it ball number 2. As Maldonado's going to hit that straight to the shortstop, right into his glove. That's going to be out number 1 for the Chargers. So now stepping to the plate for Veterans Memorial is number 7, Rafael Capistran. On deck is Marlon Rodriguez. Capistran trying to call it off early, trying to get a little break. That's going to be ball number 1 for Capistran with 1 out. A swing and a miss. Call that strike number 2. 1-1 count now for Capistran. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out to work with here at the top of the 5th. Be strike number 2. Umpire's gonna give us a little gun sign. So now a 1-2 count for Capistran. And he's gonna hit that out foul ball. Not gonna matter. Capistran able to hit that one off, missing the second baseman and rounding to first. Gonna reset the count. Still 1 out. Now heading to the plate is gonna be number 1, Marlon Rodriguez. On deck for the Chargers is going to be Sebastian Sanchez. Marlon Rodriguez batting right now with a 1-0 count. And a runner on first. It's going to be ball number 2 after that last pitch by Abel Ansaldúa. Right into the catcher's glove perfectly. Strike number 1. So now a 2-1 count for Rodriguez. Way off the mark, and they're gonna get the runner out as he tries to steal second base. So still in a 3-1 count now. And a nice throw by the catcher. That was David Benitez slinging it from the home plate to second base. 3-1, and they're going to walk Rodriguez to first base with ball number 4. Still now 2 outs. Now heading to the plate is going to be Sebastian Sanchez, resetting the count. And a runner still on first. We'll see if Abel Ansaldúa can seal the deal here on this next batter. And that's going to be strike number 1 off of the first pitch to Sanchez. That's going to be a foul ball straight up in the air right behind the dugout of the Chargers, and that's going to be strike number 2. So now an 0-2 count for Sebastian Sanchez. One more pitch. Perfect pitch for Ansaldúa, and that'll be out number 3. It's falling into the dirt, and the runner's gonna steal second. So now a runner on second for the Chargers. 2 out and an 0-2 count for number 2, Sebastian Sanchez. A swing and a miss, and that's going to seal the deal as we head to the bottom of the 5th. As we are in tournament play, so it is a 2-hour limit. So this will be the last inning if Sharyland can get at least 1 point off. If not, we'll be heading to extra innings. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 5th. I'm Brandon Guzman with Real Sports Live.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Here at Arkham Comics, we specialize in vintage comics, figurines, collectible cards, posters, DC, Marvel, Image, Top Cow, Dark Horse, and anything that really caters to comics.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey!
We're back here, bottom of the fifth. Should be the last inning of the game due to the 2-hour limit. Number 29 at bat is Abel Ansalduas for the Pioneer Diamondbacks. We'll see if he can be the one to seal the deal here. And that's going to be ball number 1. And that was strike number 1, that last pitch. Strike number 2 for Ansaldua. And he's gonna foul that one off. And that's going to fall into the dirt for ball number 4. So Ansaldua will take a nice stroll to first base. And now heading to the plate is going to be Juan Rivera to reset the lineup for the Diamondbacks. Juan Rivera now at the plate. Catcher standing up for it. That's going to be ball number 1. Rivera in the bunting position, and that's going to be strike number 1. So now 1-1 count and a runner on first for Juan Rivera. It's going to be ball number 2, as I was way out of the mark for Rivera. And a new pitcher in for the Chargers is going to be number 2, Sebastian Sanchez. Rivera's going to hit that one off, sending a runner at first to second, and he takes himself to base number 1. Now headed to the plate is number 6, David Benitez for the Pioneer Diamondbacks. David Benitez now at the plate for Sharyland Pioneer. A runner on first and second. Still no outs and a clean count. He's going to bunt that. That's going to be a miss. And now the bases are going to be loaded for number 8, Oscar Serna. Still no outs. We'll see what Serna can do here, facing off against Sebastian Sanchez. Bottom of the 5th, last inning, bases loaded. Oscar Serna only needs 1 run, and that will do it for this ball game. At first pitch is going to be a swing and a miss. Strike number 1 for Serna. He's going to hit that straight to the shortstop, and that's going to be out number 1. So 1 out, and the bases will still be loaded. Now his turn at bases loaded is Angel Laranaga. Foul ball. Strike number 1. That's all Laranaga needs is just a base hit, and that'll be an RBI for him, and I'll seal the deal. As he's going to hit that straight to the left field, and that's going to be out number 2. Runners coming in, and that's going to be a point scored for the Diamondbacks, as it's going to be 6-5. So 2 outs. Two outs, a runner on first and second. And David Lopez now at the plate as he's going to hit that straight to the shortstop. And that's going to be out number 3. Don't believe that is the ball game, as we are going to be doing, I believe, the full 7 innings. We'll be right back. I'm Brandon Guzman with Real Sports Live.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen. Visit RGV Hometown Pharmacy and Natalie's Gifts and more. We are dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and patient care. See us today to experience the RGV Hometown Pharmacy difference. Let our family take care of yours. Call 956-496-2093.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And he throws it down. Hey!
And we're back here, top of the 6th. Up to bat first for the Chargers is going to be Sebastian Sanchez. And that first pitch is going to fall into the dirt for ball number 1. Diamondbacks leading 6-5, and I do believe we are going to be playing the full 7 innings in this game. And the next game to start at 2:15 here in the South Texas Showdown will be Roma versus Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers. So currently on ball number 3 for Sanchez. We'll see if he gets walked to first, and he will. So a free walk and a free stroll of first base for Sebastian Sanchez. We'll bring on the next batter for the Chargers, which is number 12, Javier Hinojosa. And on deck will be number 4, Marlon Montelongo. It's actually Rene Sanchez batting right now, and Marlon Montelongo still on deck. That was Hinojosa who got to first base. So ball number 1, as even the catcher had trouble controlling that one. Ball number 2 now. So a 2-0 count for Rene Sanchez. And ball number 3, we'll see if Ansaldúa walks Sanchez here. That's going to be strike number 1. So now a 3-1 count for Rene Sanchez. And a runner on first, no outs. Strike number 2. Ansaldúa making a slight comeback. One more strike. And that's going to be the Chargers' first out. We'll see if he stays consistent here. He is not straight to the third baseman. To first, and the double play is going to happen. And that's going to be 2 outs right there. So now batting is going to be Marlon Montelongo working with 2 outs and no runners on a base, so empty bases for Montelongo. His only advantage is a clean count, 0-0. That's going to be high ball number 1. It's going to be ball number 3 on Saldua. High balls on all 3 pitches. We'll see if Montelongo heads the first. And that's going to be strike number 1. Now a 3-1 count for Montelongo. Still 2 outs, no runners on a base. That's going to be a foul ball. So strike number 2 now. So a 3-2 count for Montelongo. And Abe Saldua once again with another opportunity to seal the deal. I make this a 3rd strike and the 3rd out. And that's going to be way out of the park, right behind the press box. Not the way Montelongo would have hoped for it to go. Still a 3-2 count with 2 outs and no runners on. And that's going to be strike number 3. And we're going to be heading to the bottom of the 6th now. So we'll be right back with the bottom of the 6th right after this commercial break. I'm Brandon Guzman with the Real Sports Live.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Bottom of the 6th, now batting for the Pioneer Diamondbacks is going to be number 34, Santiago Ortiz. That first pitch is going to be a ball, so ball number 1. 1-0 count for Ortiz, bottom of the 6th. Diamondbacks leading 6-5. And way off of the mark for ball number 2. So it looks like we're going to be playing the full 7 innings here in this game. So ball number 3 and strike number 1, a 3-1 count for Ortiz at the plate for the Diamondbacks. And Ortiz is going to launch that one straight towards center field, hitting the fence as he rounds first, getting to second, and that's where he's going to reside a 2-base hit right there for Ortiz. And now Joshua Benitez heading to the plate for the Diamondbacks. Clean count, no outs, and a runner on second. As they're going to send in a courtesy runner for Ortiz. That's actually going to be number 33, Joshua Cuellar, heading to second. One count for Benitez. It's going to be ball number 2. So now a 2-1 count. That's going to be up in the air and falling right at the feet of somebody. A little to the right of us. That's going to be strike number 2. Sanchez hitting that one into the dirt. It's going to be ball 3 for Benitez, so a 3-2 count for Benitez. A runner on second. And he's going to hit that one off straight to the third baseman. He's not going to field it on the first bounce. So Benitez is going to head to first. Now runner on first for the Diamondbacks. Heading to the plate now is Stevie Quintanilla. Quintanilla now at the plate for the Diamondbacks in bunting position with a runner on first and a runner on second. That's going to be strike number 1. And the officials are going to call the game right there, as they were supposed to go off with a 2-hour limit, I believe, and that's going to be the Diamondbacks winning this one 6-5 in 6 innings. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I'm Brandon Guzman with Real Sports Live. Stay tuned, as for at 2:15, the Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers will be taking on Roma High School, the Gladiators. So stay tuned, as just in about another hour, we'll be back live here at Pioneer High School. Hope everyone to have a safe ride home. Have a great rest of your